time for Curries Corner with Pat Curry, sponsored by Bab Ford in Reed City on B1039.
And she's redoing that to say Pete Kent, you know that.
Oh, Pete's humble.
She has just gotten in the studio to do that.
I just want to say something about Bab Ford and Bob Horn III. What a great job they do, and they do for the city.
Yep. Oh, I got to bring you.
Is my mic on?
Twist the mic here, yeah.
Is my mic on?
There we go.
Boy,
Sorry.
I'm getting a lot of back feed, I think.
There you go. Okay.
But, you know, I just want to say one thing, Pat, for about 3 minutes.
3 minutes?
3 minutes, yeah. And then I'll be quiet and I won't say another word.
You won't?
I won't. And I think Jen says, yeah, she believes that.
Play that song.
You know, I would like to say we have an all-class reunion coming up, and this was started by Pat Curry, and he's president of the Alumni Association, and does a great job with it. We're going to have hundreds of people in here, and, you know, I hope they get to see our facilities. You know, they don't realize we've got a National Blue Ribbon school at Riverview. We've got a Leader in Me at Brookside. We've got a blue ribbon and silver medalist at the high school. We got Josh Bull, who's principal last year of the middle school. We are so blessed, and we also have Mitch Cummings at the virtual school. But I would like to say one thing. When you come here, when you come to Big Rapids, you've got to see our sports complex. You've got to see our new all-purpose field, stadium, which is a football field, and it's a state-of-the-art. I took Sam Horn, and we'll introduce Sam. Sam played for the Boston Red Sox, and he's a gentle giant. He's really become a good friend of mine. And he said he thought he was in a college facility when he saw this. We've got beautiful 8 new tennis courts. We've got a new auxiliary gym that's second to none. So we have enough stuff in Big Rapids that you should come to be very proud of, and you should be very proud of your alumni of Big Rapids High School, Big Rapids School Systems. So now I'm going to turn this over to Pat Curry, and I'm not going to say another word. I'm going to go have a donut.
No, give me some tissue, will you, Bob? I mean, he has me in tears. Pete, did your wife or your daughter write that for you?
I don't know who wrote it.
I see you're reading it.
I don't have any reading.
Oh, you're reading it.
I don't
you
have
see that, Bob? See that little paper he had in his palm of his hand?
You have material in front of you.
Oh, my God, that was very...
Sam has
give me a minute with some tissue.
I don't have paper in front of me. I talk from my heart.
There you go.
Pat, my heart.
You ain't got a heart.
I had a quadruple bypass. I know it's...
Oh, they threw one in there? Okay.
All right. Yeah.
All right, they finally gave you heart, huh? Oh, God bless.
Return.
You know, hey, Bob.
Yeah.
Nobody promotes Big Rapids more than this guy, right?
I know.
The public school system.
Absolutely.
He didn't say anything about St. Mary's School, how they're doing their gold ribbon school.
Yeah.
Which is more than blue.
They are?
Gold is higher than blue.
But they are gold ribbon?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I'm sorry, Pat.
Well, we don't brag about it.
But how about St. Mary's?
Peter's?
How about
St. Peter's? Gold.
And Jen came in, ladies and gentlemen, with the donuts. She did not let us down.
I forgot about you. You thought I forgot about you?
Return to sender, address unknown.
It's the only song he knows, isn't it, Bob?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think so.
So I have something to give you and Pat today.
What's that?
Special from our friends at Carr Farms. Travis Carr, you know him? Do you know him, Pat?
No.
Pat doesn't know somebody in this town.
Oh my gosh!
Does he live here? Does he live here?
Kind of like you.
Well, that's Lakeview, not Big
Big Rapids. Has been there
Rapids.
for 6 generations, and they
Cool.
have sweet corn. And he wanted to make sure that we gave you and Pete a farmer's dozen of sweet corn.
Oh, wow.
So there you go.
Good until the corn.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's a bugger. Yeah, I'm sure they sell a lot of corn, but you know what? Who else sells corn?
Who? You do.
One of my best friends.
Okay.
Yeah. Tom Grant.
But Travis spends money with me.
God bless him, and I won't do any advertising about me selling corn at my gas station either.
Yeah. Well, try that. I mean, it is
You've got
great.
to try Carr Farms.
Oh yeah,
They're all
definitely, yeah.
there.
But unfortunately, I'm selling corn at the gas station for grants, right out of Rodney, Michigan.
There's a conflict of interest here.
That's all right. You know, I mean,
well, we all go.
there's enough room for
He's
everybody.
trying to get
Everybody
all
likes
of us
corn.
to- Pat
Everybody
is
likes corn.
the ambassador
I just
of
got a fresh batch in today, and won't talk any more about that. But if you want some corn, stop by at Curry's.
There you go. Or
Yep.
cars.
During opening hours.
I mean, they're all good.
Yes, they are. Yeah, they do a great job. Are they the ones up in Switzer's Mountain up here?
They're in Lakeview, but they have pop-ups. You know, you see them like by Bedroom Center and up in Reed City by McDonald's, but all over the place.
I think are they the ones up here north of town here in Paris?
I believe there's one in Paris. Jen took the script, I think. It's
read your
exactly
script.
where they are. Or there it is, right below you.
Read your script.
Let me see where the locations are.
Oh, Perry Avenue in the Bedroom Center, next to McDonald's in Lakeview. Canadian Lakes, east of School Section Lake.
Yeah. So, you see a truck down there.
Stanwood on 8 Mile Road, next to Fat Bellies. Remus M20, next to Remus Farm and Garden. Howard City M82. Boy, they got a lot of spots.
They do. They're all over the place.
And their newest location in Barrington at my good friend Greg Hansen's BP.
There you go. Still BP.
Do you know where Hansen's is?
Yeah, right there on 66.
66 in Maine.
Sam?
Yeah. Right down from your good buddy, the hardware.
Ricky, of course.
Ricky.
And of course, Mitch.
I like his ad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What does he say at the end?
He says, thanks everybody for their business. They appreciate it very, very much.
Yeah. Man, this is
Where-
Ricky. This
where
is
you're-
Ricky from Barrington Hardware.
I love Ricky.
Where
Ricky's
we got everything.
Ricky is really one of the first people I met when I came to town. I was just driving around. And
That's not a town, that's a village.
Yeah, it is.
You know
It's
the
a
difference
beautiful
between a village and a town?
Well, a town has a bigger. Well, actually, it's a city of Barrington. They have their own city government there, and they decided to keep it too.
Well, village has a government.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
Is there any
Fork Township, and
a town? You know what the difference between township and the city is?
Well, it's just the jurisdiction who takes care of the roads and.
No, you know what the difference is?
Okay, go ahead, tell me.
The
Educate me, please,
townships are run by
Sensei.
conservatives, and the cities are run by liberals.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Does that sound good, Sam?
That sounds good. That's
Not real.
every city, though. I mean,
Oh, true.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
We got great votes. Both people are great people.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's good that you got corn all over the county,
Yep.
and I have it at Curry's.
Corn
so,
all over the county. So,
Yep.
But this is
corn's
the season
popular
for
this
it.
time. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it
Sure
is.
the hell ain't gonna buy it in December, are you?
Ooh, no.
No.
Not unless it's been grown in a greenhouse. Yeah.
My wife cans corn.
Oh, does she? Good. Yeah, good for her.
And she also,
Smart.
what do you call it? Freeze dries it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have one of those machines. We're
Nice.
ready for if something happens. We got enough food
Yeah,
in
you're
our
good.
basement for the town.
Curry off the
I
grid.
would like to say this
Yeah, we
1039.
can feed the world as long as you want the crumbs.
WBZX. So talking over Pat Curry, but
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
sorry.
Yeah.
I said I
Eat
wouldn't say
your
another
donut.
word.
Quit your whining. Oh, you got your donut? You only ate half of it, just like a little kid. Yeah, had to have it.
All
and
those
only
man
half
brought
of
the
it.
donuts, Danny. Oh,
Rich kids.
they're good. Apple fritters.
It's all good.
But anyway, we brought a special guest today. Bob's your name, right?
Yeah.
We didn't change DJ here at 103.9, Pete Kent's
Still here.
radio station.
Yeah.
For you people that don't know, Pete's the owner of this radio station. Yeah.
He's just
Government
funning,
don't even
Jen.
know
He's
that.
funning.
WBCX. But anyway, guy walks in the gas station.
Okay. Is this a joke?
Typical American.
True story.
Full of life,
okay.
full of life, wants to meet new people he's never met before. And I know Pete's done it and so have I, but we're not afraid to introduce ourselves because, most Americans like to meet new friends, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's why we go overseas.
Yep. Yeah.
Right? I mean, why did we go to Iraq in the first place?
That's
We
true,
wanted to meet
yeah.
somebody different.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody would enlighten our lives. Unfortunately, it didn't work out too well. There did it. But anyway, this guy walks in the gas station and goes, "Hey, I'm Sam.
Yep.
What's your name?" Pat. Maybe I introduced myself to him. I don't know. Did I introduce myself
You
to
did.
Sam?
You did. Yeah, you
Yes.
did.
Yeah. And
We're gonna
anyway,
get you a little bit closer to the microphone there, I think.
All right, there you go.
well, anyway, so I just think it's great. New guy comes into town, starts something new, and wants to get involved. So many times people walk into our town, start a paper or donut shop or gas station, whatever,
Radio
reaps the
station.
benefits for 2 or 3 years and leaves, and all of a sudden your good buddy's gone. He made enough money, he's retired and leaves town. Well, this guy comes into town, invests in our town. He wants to know what he can do for our town. Nothing to do with his business, but he wants to
Him
invest
personally,
himself.
yeah, him
he
personally.
wants to help out. He's a baseball player. Played for the Boston Red Sox in 2004, the World Series, broke the curse. What did they call it?
Yeah, the curse. That's it.
The
Yeah.
Bambino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Sorry,
he was part of that.
fan.
And he's a
It's
humble
okay.
guy, too. Like he said, I wasn't that good, but I was in the place at the good time.
He played for Baltimore.
Well, he was good.
Texas Rangers too, by the way. And when he's sitting down and I'm standing up, we're equal height.
AM, FM radio going on, Bob.
Yeah.
Yep, skipping over me
We're
again.
skipping over you,
God
Pat.
bless
Yep.
you, Peter. That's your job. I never interrupt. You know
No,
the
you know,
fact.
I know
Never.
that. I know that.
For a second.
But anyway, I like that kind of guy. You know, he's had a fruitful life, and now he wants to change lives of others, ones that maybe don't have such a great life going on. He wants to come down to Big Rapids here, and when I say down, he came from Comfort Inn this morning. So that's kind of down to Big Rapids.
Down, yeah, that's down.
And he wants to talk to the baseball players, these little leaguers. You know, like we got a lot of great guys in this town right now. And just to mention a few, Larry Schuberg, Dan Hatchew, I
Brian
can't mention them all.
Miller.
Yeah, Brian Miller. But anyway, all involved with youth baseball. And baseball is really big in Big Rapids. And hopefully in the future we get some state championships because these guys are really working hard at it. But now we got this guy who walks in that's been on a championship team. He can sit there and say, hey, kids, this is how you're going to become a champion. Listen to me. And he's humbled by it, I know, and he's going to throw some pointers at us in August, I think, this month yet.
Yeah, we're coming around Saturday morning. That'll be August 21st. We're going to be over at Hemlock Park.
Right.
We're going to try to have a good time there. The thing about what we're doing, there's no qualifications. We're just saying, come on out, have a really good time.
Boys and girls, both.
Boys, girls, parents, whoever would like to just have a good time. We're introducing wiffle ball. Unfortunately, the summer's coming to an end, so we're kind of like celebrating the end of summer with a little bash. We're going to have, hopefully a couple of beverages out there. It's hot, maybe some waters, some juices, and we're trying to get maybe a small meal or something so that we can help everybody out. But more importantly, for some of those who might need a backpack or looking for something to take back to school, we're also going to supply that for you. So hopefully we'll get a chance to meet some more people here from Big Rapids. Coaches, we're not trying to change anything. We're just trying to join your program and hopefully make it better. So if you'd like to be a part, if you'd like to meet me, I'd love to meet you. Come on out.
Yeah, I think that's great. Don't you, Bob?
Mm-hmm,
a lot of guys don't do that,
No,
do
they
they?
don't.
Huh? And then we got a caliber of an athlete like this guy, you know, and maybe he'll pop one over Hemlock Park for us, you know, shows how it's going.
Right out
With
the
a
river.
wiffle ball, I doubt it, though, right? But it's going to be fun, you know. These kids need somebody to look up to, and he's a professional man here, and I think it's going to be great. We get all these baseball players out that truly want to make something of themselves and do better in life and see what he's done and where he's from and where he's gone and where he's going to. So, yeah, he'll tell a life story, eh, Sam?
Yes, and I can definitely tell you this. I was very super duper impressed with the facility that I saw yesterday.
high school.
You and Pete took me around yesterday, so I really appreciate getting to know the city by two veterans. So
Yeah.
that was great.
Pete's a veteran, that's for sure.
But I can tell
I
you
want to
there's
ask
great
you,
stuff
I
here.
never really introduced you, Sam.
Yeah.
Sam Horn from Boston. Played with, you tell us how many teams you played with, Sam?
I played with the Red Sox. I was the first round pick out of high school in 1982. I was the 16th player picked in the nation at that time. I played for the Orioles, Cleveland, Texas Rangers, just to name a few. I played in Taiwan, where I set records for the most home runs,
Oh, wow. Okay.
most runs batted in. I also had an opportunity to play in Japan. I played in Mexico. So when you talk about just, playing the game of baseball, I tell all the kids first, it has to come from within, because that's the only way you're going to play that long. It has to come from within.
Now, where did you grow up at?
San Diego. I come from San Diego. I remember, being there watching Ted Williams from the Red Sox, and him talking about, hey, we like players that come from California. But I remember it really starts, Pat, with your values at home. My parents really gave me an opportunity to, play sports and have a good time. But we also, we prayed together. We stayed together as a family. We tried to do the little things like have dinner at the same time.
That's
and
good.
my family and my parents put time into me. So it was great. And they let me be myself. And that's why I think I turned out the way I did, because I had so many opportunities just to be myself and provide for my family.
Did you ever go to La Jolla?
La Jolla is
Five
a beautiful
dollars.
place.
Yeah.
When you're talking, it's called La Jolla.
I know it, La Jolla. Everybody says La Jolla. That's why I said La Jolla.
When you're talking about the beach, That's the place to be.
go. That's
Yes.
the place to go. Yeah.
So your mother instilled in you Jesus Christ. I mean, we won't go into Christians too much, but you are a good Christian, eh?
I'll tell you the truth about this. When I was growing up, at first, I really didn't have an opportunity or a chance to tell my mother no. My mother said on Sundays, "You're going to get up and go to church." And I was like, well, I'm not really going to do that. I'm not feeling well. I'm sick today. Mm-hmm. So my mother said, guess what? I said, what, Mom? She said, if you don't go to church, you don't go outside and play. I went to church every Sunday.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome.
And then I started really believing in it because I went to Sunday school, and then I was taught the reason why I was going there. And it's a belief for anybody. I'm not pushing religion on anyone.
No, none of us are.
You know, but you do what you got to do.
Yeah,
but that's one thing that I can tell you, it won't fail you.
Right, there you go.
Find your faith up here. I mean, around here, it's so strong, more than New York and the big cities. Up here, it's really strong.
But some people are big, but you're pretty good size, Sam. And when I tell Bob he's big, sometimes he gets mad at me.
Yeah,
but
you're big in a different way.
Well, no, but everybody's built differently, Bob. Unfortunately, I'm skinny and you're. But anyway, Sam,
don't say anything about me, will you, please?
I ain't bringing you into this conversation.
And I want to tell you,
you're
Sam,
old. I don't know how old you are.
Sam Horn is a class act. That's the only thing I can say.
Come on, Pete.
You're sitting right next to him. What the hell you expect to say? Now, come on.
I would say that.
No, I want to ask you a question. No, you're a big man. How tall are you?
6'6".
All right. So you're a baseball player. You were big enough to play football. Did you play football in high school?
And basketball.
I did play both sports, but in football I played, but my father really didn't like me playing, that sport because he was a football player and he got hurt. And he was just saying, hey, he was just saying that it's not a good sport to play. So it was okay. I as a junior, I made the varsity and I was starting. And my parents didn't even know I was playing until they saw my picture in the paper. And I was on the team. And my father said, you're not playing sports at all. And I was really devastated.
Really?
So
he was that against football?
Yeah. So I stopped playing football.
How big was he, your dad?
He was about 6'2". But I was bigger than him, but it was the respect of my father. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
there
that's
you
what
go.
He said.
Good Lord. Yeah, that's great.
I complied with that, and I did stop playing football, which was probably for the better.
Right.
And I started pouring all of my heart into baseball, and I was able to make it.
Wow.
Rest is history.
Isn't that something, though, football? My nephew, Justin Curry, he played for Cleveland and Giants first. But anyway, they ended up in Seattle. And one of his teammates, I don't know what team it was, he said, this NFL, because he kept getting hurt right at the verge he's going to start, and he gets hurt.
Yeah,
NFL. And one was in Detroit, and not for long.
That's it.
And, he had a nice little career, nothing great, but he experienced the journey of the NFL. And he's very fortunate because he's not limping right now. He doesn't have bad knees. But he got hurt, and he's done with it. But, yeah, that bothers me, and we won't get on to it too long. But baseball is a team sport.
For sure.
And I love it. I really enjoyed it. My one son played baseball in Big Rapids, and, boy, I loved it.
Well, I always say it's all about a team. Even though you and Pete don't get along, you guys are still a great team.
Oh, yeah.
So I just want you to know that.
He's got my back. I got his back. But in front of everybody, it's get out of here.
You guys are a great team together. I'm sure these people know you by now.
Oh, yeah, they do.
You guys are a great team together. And you guys are doing great things here in Big Rapids.
Are we doing anything about a ticket? Did we talk about something about a ticket?
No. Yeah. Well, Sam was...
To the 1,000th caller.
Yeah.
1,000th caller.
Well, I can't go tomorrow, but Sam was generous enough to give 2 tickets away to the Tigers game tomorrow night.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Pat. If you guys have 2 people, if you give me their name and we get it together, whether it's off your show or however you want to do it, I'll donate 2 tickets to the show today.
6th caller. How about the 6th caller?
So you do what you want to do. And
tomorrow.
It has to be somebody who can make the
tomorrow
game.
6:30.
Not just have the tickets, but actually come.
Boston Red Sox,
we're going to be where we are. So it's going to be in the family section, so it should be a great seat.
Yeah.
And we're going to hang out and have a good time at the game.
Okay, that's tomorrow night, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Bob, if you want to let the phones open up, if somebody if somebody can go to the Tigers in Boston game tomorrow night, is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. It's a 7-10 game.
Yeah.
Okay.
231-592-1039. You want to go down to Detroit and see the Tigers?
So you did a little radio for Boston too, then?
Yes, I used to do radio and I did TV. I had a show that was called "What Is Your Pregame?" And basically what that's all about is your mental preparation to whatever you're doing, because if you fail to prepare, then you must be prepared to fail. And that's how we do it.
You and Craig Monroe.
Yeah.
Craig Monroe does that for the Tigers.
That's what we do.
I'll be done.
Ex-players.
Yeah.
231-592-1039. Takes a little while.
Yeah, that's right. You got anybody in mind, Bob?
I can't get it down there, but maybe, I don't know. But 231-592-1039. Free
Sports
tickets
drink.
to go see the Tigers tomorrow night and the Red Sox down at Comerica Park. They think we're kidding. That's what it is.
One of our 3 listeners, I hope one of the 3 of you will call and ask for the 2
See, we've
tickets.
been talking to
Well, it's kind of a short notice, I know,
Yeah, it
but
is.
like I thought of Chris Tessino because he loves the Tigers, but I know he works for the county over there at the road commission. I thought of Ryan Hansen, but I think he's got a big
Yeah. So
Grant
I
Center.
think that's a little too short notice.
Anybody have any babies this week?
Yeah, right.
We could talk about that this morning, Bob.
Well, I might have a couple coming. I don't know for sure.
WBZX Big Rapids, 9 o'clock.
It is 9 o'clock.
And let me just say a shout out, since it's 9 o'clock, to my 2 friends, to Matt, Abby, and Lisa.
That's 3.
That's our 3. But then we have our coffee clutch. We have Joe Bayshaw down there, and we have Al, and we have Jack Frizzell. And we have a little get together, and we are having fun in the morning. So come on down to Curries and see us. We get
that don't put you to
7:30.
sleep. What else will, right, Bob?
And Mark Beldman is there at about 7, so we can see him early.
All right, enough of that.
we need to-
What's going on downtown? Farmers Market, right?
Yeah, the farmers.
Today?
Okay, it's farmers market is today,
Yeah.
and that goes on all day. And then later on, the Department of Public Safety in Big Rapids, they're putting on a National Night Out. So that's going to be happening tonight from 5 until 8 or 9, something like that.
What's that mean, National Night Out?
National Night Out is a national initiative. It's all over the country where communities come out. It was originally done to show people that there are people in the community that they got their eyes on things. So it's kind of like a message to people, the ne'er-do-wells who might want to do some bad, that, hey, we're out here, we're as a community, we're banding together with our law enforcement.
Kind of like Randy Vetter does out in Grant Center.
Yeah, does he?
You know Randy, don't you?
Yeah.
He
Sure
patrols
do.
the roads out
Yeah,
there.
does
He's
he?
a
I can
supervisor.
see
He checks. He checks for it, don't you?
Ne'er-do-wells. So now what?
Buildings that aren't getting permits and stuff like
gotcha.
that. Yeah.
Okay, so
checks
code
on all the little
enforcement.
sheds and goes around, measures sheds, make sure they're under 12 by 14s.
Oh, boy.
Otherwise, you have to have a permit. Randy does a great job out there. He's going to be running for county commissioner someday.
Could be.
Do you know Randy?
We met at the gas station. So,
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah.
Do you know Shirley? That's
Surely
that's
I know
his wife.
Randy.
Yeah.
No, I said Shirley.
Surely I know Randy.
Shirley, you
And
know
don't call
Randy
me
Vetter.
Shirley, yeah.
Shirley Vetter.
Yeah.
She's a parapro.
You know what show that was on?
Virtual School.
My name's not Shirley.
I'm on Abby. Well, I'm on second. Who's on first?
There you go.
Sam's
I know
on
where
third.
that's
Who's
from.
on second?
Yeah, right.
Bob's on first. I don't know who's on there.
You're on.
Third
We,
base.
Why we win?
Yeah.
What
No,
kind of?
actually, no. Shirley from Airplane, my favorite.
I'm
movie of all
leaving.
time.
Thank you, ladies and
Pete
gentlemen.
takes these happy pills. He feels good.
I'm glad.
Makes him feel good.
God bless him,
Put some old earmuffs on.
Speaking of happy person, what you're going to talk about is Bob Horn, and I know Pete just walked out of the studio. Give us a.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to set this up correctly.
Are we ready now for this?
go ahead.
I want to say hi to Bab Ford and Bob Horn III.
All right. Well,
Great job, guys.
And they're hiring, so get on over there. Be right back. Bab Ford has several openings in its Reed City location. Currently, they're looking for quality, dependable body shop technicians as well as top-notch detailers. Bab Ford is a great company, and these openings could lead to a long-term commitment. So to apply, simply go to Bab Ford in person during normal business hours. Be a part of the Bab Ford family. Equal opportunity employer. All right, it is 3 after 9. Busy morning.
Well,
I
it
love
didn't
that.
take long.
Yeah, well, I can play it again.
Should. Bob's
Yeah,
a good guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Locally owned.
You'd better believe it. Family owned for how many? 3 generations or more? 4.
What, Bab?
Yeah.
I don't. That's a question
Bob,
for the archive. I'd say, well, Bob
Jr., his dad, and then.
Oh yeah, Triangle Auto. That was in Big Rapids.
yeah.
But Bob took over Bab Ford probably 10 years ago and done a great job up there for Bab. Oh yeah, Bab's been up there as long as I can remember. Yeah.
So there you go. So
a lot of history.
Yep.
So if you want a good buy, you know what's cool about Bob is, and he's got to have a lot of pride in this. A lot of local ownership in his company there. I mean, like people that I know go up to Bab Ford and buy from the horns. You know,
Yep,
Dolores
absolutely.
has been an instrumental person in this community for years. She's still working hard on her brother's keepers, and you know they've just given a lot to Big Rapids, and no doubt about it. And
Well, we got to have Dolores back on because I know, from what I understand, that they're really making the initiative now to get our Brothers Keeper to be 365 days a year. I know they really want to be year-round. That's always been their goal, and it just takes money, you know. And we raise at Christmas time, and you know have the fill the truck that we do. But you know, it would be great if we could have a shelter here. You know, and we had that conversation a few months ago, which was really an interesting conversation about the state of homeless and here in Big Rapids and what the community can do for them. So yeah. So, I was giving you time to finish your donut. So.
no, that's all right. No, that's fine.
Yeah. So we're in here solo now. They're all having a sidebar out in the lobby.
Yeah, that's good. Well, other than that, Bob.
Yeah. So the National Night Out tonight.
You are
will be
Bob,
there.
aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah. Last I checked.
Yeah.
Checked ID. Right.
But I do have corn at the gas station. Car washes are working good. Adams Car Wash
Nice.
over by Trailside's working well.
Yeah. And it has the LED that you go in and get a light.
I am looking for help.
As is everybody.
Wow, it's terrible. In my lifetime, I just never thought America would come to its knees on employees. I mean, everybody's giving more money, which is a good thing. But some of us in the small business world, we're just looking for people that want to maybe possibly be an entrepreneur someday and learn from us old folks, which I don't know what the hell anybody's going to learn from me. But anyway, I just hope that these young people come back around. I mean, when Ferris comes back town, there'll be a few people there that will want to work, but I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
Well,
I don't think money's the answer.
The subsidy has to go away, and that's going to end. And I don't know when. You know, they keep saying it's going to end. And oh no, we're going to extend it till September now. It's like you're handing out free money and you're disincentivizing everybody. And you know, thank God there are people that still have a work ethic. You know, but just not enough. A lot of them just like, oh, well, I'm just going to take this money and sit home.
Well, you look at you now. After 10 o'clock, you're shut down, don't you?
Well, I come back.
Oh, you do?
I have a whole day of work to do, yeah.
Oh, I thought that was all pre-recorded.
Well, no, pre-recorded, but I also have to do the traffic, so the commercials play at the proper times.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we have to do all that production that you hear, that has to be done. So there's a lot behind the scenes in a radio station.
Because I was going to say, if you're not doing nothing in the evenings, you can go to work for me. You look like an honest guy.
Hey, you know, if this radio thing doesn't work out, I'll be right there.
Yeah. Well, we're paying good money right now, minimum wage.
Yep.
That's
you'd have to give me something I could sit. I have a bad back, so.
Then the Hooked at Curries, the sandwich shop, Stan Valor's doing a great job over there. Unfortunately, at 70 years old, he's there every morning, almost every morning at 7 o'clock. And boy, he's spry. I mean, the guy's got a good outlook in life, and it's a positive outlook. And if a kid wants to learn how to do something in the food industry, come to work for Stan, because man, I tell you, that guy knows what he's doing. I'm very fortunate to have him and his staff, Jana and Diana, and the young girls there. But we need staff over there too. A couple of them quit for unforeseen reasons. They just felt that they want to do something different, which is fine. I mean, just because their checks bounce, that doesn't mean the next one's not going to bounce.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
I mean, geez.
I mean, no. But here's the thing. The thing is that, and this is to everybody, if you take a job and you give it a shot and it's not working out for you, go to your boss and tell him, listen, it's not working out, it's part friends. And there's this ghosting that's going on now, and I'm not, and it's a lot of places where people just don't show up.
Right.
I mean, not only are you putting the other people at a big hardship, but you're making it hard for that business to exist. So if you just like wake up and, well, I don't want to go to work anymore. Yeah, what an attitude, you know. I mean, just tell them, you know, it's not going to work out. Let's shake hands and, you know, thank you for the opportunity. I'm going to go explore other things.
But, you know, on the positive end of it, I'm going to tell you, like, Josie Prince works for me. I love the little girl, Shane's daughter,
Yeah.
Shane Prince, softball player. Thinks he's a softball player.
Well, you know.
But he's a builder, does a lot of roofs, does a lot of construction work, good people.
Mm-hmm.
Josie, I don't think I've ever had to say a negative thing to her as far as her job performance. She's doing a great job. Lisa, another one, does a great job. So some of my employees that have left me, and if they're listening, they're laughing like hell right now, but I can be a jerk to work for, but I expect nothing but the best. And when those people in Skyler, I mean, I got some really good people. My daughter Abby does a great job. But the people I have right now, my hat's off to them. Yeah. They do what I want them to do, and therefore I never correct them. I mean, I got Alex, he's from California, goes to Ferris in construction management, does a great job for me. And then, but I mean,
it's good you can get people that you can trust, that you can walk away from the business. You don't have to be there. I know so many entrepreneurs who open franchises like 7-Elevens and things like that, where they have to be there 18, 20, 22 hours a day, sleep in the back office because they can't trust their employees not to rip them off blind when they're, you know, out of the store. Yes, I am.
Well, I'll start now. You got one that opens at 6, Lisa.
All I'm going to tell you right now, though, when you do work for somebody, do what they want you to do, and that's keep moving. Don't stand there. You know, I mean, in small business, you got to be productive for your employer, or nobody's going to be there. You know, I'm at Enswit sometimes when I walk in there and there's a dirty window or the bathroom needs to be cleaned or something like that. Just little things like that make an employer so much happier. And then to have to do it themselves. So I know there's a lot of good hard working, and I think the trend is coming around. I think this young group coming up is going to be better than the last young group, you might say. So there is some hope. I think that parents, I've said this before, like Sam just alluded to, church on Sunday. I think church does more than just tell you the gospel of the Lord as written, but I think it teaches a kid discipline and respect for an hour to sit there and be quiet and understand that, you know, you got to respect others.
Absolutely.
And Sam is a perfect example of that. I mean, you can see, I said to him, I said, man, you must have had a good mother. And he looked at me and goes, how did you know? I said, I can tell the way you're acting right now. But, so, I mean, we got a lot of good Sams out there, too. So there's a lot of positives going on in America. It's just that, unfortunately, we're going through a trying time right now.
It's also the mindset of people, you know, the young people are coming up and they're saying, why do I ever want to be an entrepreneur or open a retailer store or anything? Because Amazon's just going to push me out, or the big box store is going to push me out. But, you know, there's still a lot of chances in things that you can do that aren't necessarily the traditional. And, you know, so.
You got to have the 4 Ds. Bob.
Start a radio station.
Bob, wait a minute, Pat, you got to have the 4 Ds. If you have the 4 Ds, no one will beat you. Desire, dedication, determination, discipline. You get 50, you get discouraged, you get in trouble. And we are now, right now, ladies and gentlemen, 103.9.
Thank you.
Getting boring,
WBZX.
Getting boring.
And this is part of Bab Ford and Bob Horn III.
Yep.
And Ron Babb, in case you're listening.
Rod, yep. Good. Thank you.
Donuts good, by the way. Carol Oliver, if you're out there.
They're really good.
Jen made them herself.
Apple fritters were great. You like the Danish, though, Pat. You
I don't have anything else to say, Bob.
If you ever get Pat, you know, food, get them blueberry Danish.
But just remember, come down to the the alumni.
Yeah, oh my Lord, thanks, Pete, for bringing that up. Yeah, I want to talk about that a little bit.
Thanks, Pat.
You said my name on there. Really, the coordinator is Rex Schubert.
Okay.
Rex, whenever anybody ever wanted something downtown, they would go to Rex. He'd hit it up, make sure it got done. You know, he's done a lot more than a lot of people give him credit for. Maybe they give him credit, but like before school starts at Ferris, we used to have the carnival thing downtown. He spearheaded that.
With a Ferris wheel, which was like kind of ironic. I like that.
Yep. And Rex is very good at getting out people to understand that we got to promote Big Rapids. It's all good for all of us. And the reunion wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for him, Marianne Mendenhall, Peterson, class 74, Rex is class 74. So there you go. The class 74 is well represented in the reunion. And then we have Deb Knopf, used to be a Hicks. She's a graduate of 69. Logan O'Neill, I don't know what year she graduated in. I presume it was in the 2000 something.
Okay.
And then we got Bob Andrews, graduate of 64 or 3. So we got some old people in there too. Dave Beist. Just a lot of people. Ed Block, Jim's brother. Comes out of Kalamazoo. He does a great job for us. So, it all goes back to a couple guys I want to mention. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here right now and as powerful as we are. And that would be Ed Birch and Norm Turner. Mm-hmm. Those two guys were very instrumental, along with Marilyn Shippa and just Durwood Andrews. I mean, I can go on and on and on. I was the young one in the group.
Okay.
And Ed came and said, will you spearhead, be the president, blah, blah, blah. Now, how many years ago that was? I couldn't say no to Ed Birch. Did you know Ed? You probably didn't.
Not, no.
Oh, he was a very good Christian, and as all good people are, and could never say no to him and Marilyn. I'll never forget that. They came in there and asked me, and I said, you bet. And I went over there, and oh, my Lord, I'm 20 years younger than all those people, and you know what happens when you're young. You have different ideas. But anyway, the all-class reunion 2 years ago was the inaugural one. Last year was COVID. We didn't have it.
Right.
This year we said, you know what, we're going to have it. People are done with this. And the results are going to be great because we got Dan Spadowski coming as the DJ. He plays great music, not real loud, smooth music.
Conversational.
He did a great job at Roxanne and Doug's wedding.
Okay.
And I commended him for it, too. It wasn't real loud. You weren't hollering at each other to talk to him, you know. So anyway, he's going to be there for some fine music. We're going to have Blue Cow catering the food. If you would like to eat, make sure you call in. I know it doesn't say any reservations, but it would be kind of nice to get a number.
Yep.
And
what does that cost, Pat, to have a barbecue dinner?
$20.
$20. That's very inexpensive.
And then we're going to have some free weed.
Okay.
Smoke out. Yeah.
Extra added attraction.
Yeah. I'll be peddling that around.
Good.
Apple smoke in the...
Yeah. And we'll have the edibles, too.
Okay.
And they'll be in the chocolate chip
Do it
cookies.
on the down low.
You start eating chocolate chip cookies and you like them, be careful how many you eat. I did that once years ago. Yeah, I didn't know it was diced with a little bit of weed.
You never inhaled, but you know.
I never inhaled. I never smoked it.
Yeah.
I never smoked
the older I get, I think there's a lot of value in that stuff if you use it right. You know, I don't think you should smoke it every day, but recreational, I don't have a problem with that, just like I don't with a bottle of beer
Don't
or
drive,
whiskey.
that's all. And I think that anybody who's selling it is.
Well, it's in our town. I mean, it is what it is. The majority of people spoke. As you know, the mayor and everybody else sat there and said, hey, we need it, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, if that's what they think is what's best. And even though I didn't think it was, but a lot of people did, and I accept that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think it's a defeat. I think it's
like any other business, you know.
Yep. I just hope it's a positive, and in results, it's a positive thing. And I think there's a need for everything that God made for us.
Yep.
Can I just say a little plug?
No.
I just want to thank the city of Big Rapids
what?
for passing the $24.9 million bond and the sinking fund. Because when these kids come back, Pat, they're
the ones that voted.
Pat, when these kids come back, the alumni,
You know that, Bob?
I expect you to say to them,
They're all-
go
thanks
up and
for
look at your
voting yes.
football field. Go up
Yeah.
and look at your
No,
schools.
I know.
Go up and look at the tennis courts. Look what Big Rapids has done for you. And it's Big Rapids. It's not no one but the city of Big Rapids. They care. Look what they're doing now with the pickleball courts. They're doing all the stuff they're doing down behind
It's all
them.
the artist rendering for the splash pad.
This town is probably the most progressive, neatest town. I'm sad that they took the Taggart building down. The dorm.
You got memories in that dorm? I wouldn't doubt it.
We delivered a lot of dry cleaning there.
Oh,
buddy.
dry
A lot of
cleaning?
there.
Is that what you call it now?
Yeah,
Okay.
we did that dry cleaning. But I'm going to tell you something. I came here for 5 years. That was 60 years ago.
Yep.
And my wife and I love it. My kids are all born here. My kids are all graduates of Big Rapids school system. I am not a townie because I've only been here 60 years. But I'm not a townie yet. But Pat's going to maybe make me an official townie here.
Oh, really? Is there a ceremony?
I don't know, but I'm
Secret
thinking
hand
maybe there would be, yeah.
We'll do it.
But anyway, we're going to have a big powwow Saturday night. Starts at 5 o'clock. Program starts
If it
at
doesn't
6 or
rain, it
something.
might rain a little bit, so bring an umbrella if you get a
Hell, it
chance.
rained last time, too.
But bring an umbrella. No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
Well, I didn't get any rain.
We had a flood that
I
night.
parted the waves. The waves parted when I walked through.
We had a flood that night. Then it got real humid. So same thing.
How do you
could happen.
start a flood,
But you
Pat?
can't dampen a great time.
How do you start a flood?
I don't know, but I'm going to I'll tell you.
That's
I'm
coming
gonna
up
tell
this
you what.
weekend.
Yeah, it's
Supposed
going
to
be
rain, yes.
You know what? I know we're talking too much. We got to get out of here. But the reunion is all about unity. And I think it's cool because when I was a freshman, I knew people 3 years older than me. And when I was a senior, I knew 3 years people. So that's 8 years of people in classes that you went to school with.
Yeah.
You times that by many people. And I mean, like Mary Jo Dennison, she and her husband Ed are here for it. And they came all the way from Colorado. So we'll have people from California, Florida, all over the United States coming into this thing. Maybe all over the world. Who knows, huh? Some of them might.
They will, they will.
But I expect a couple hundred, maybe 300-400 people downtown Big Rapids Saturday.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big crowd. Big crowd, yeah.
And we've been very fortunate to have the city let us do that downtown. The downtown Business Association's all for it, and I'm sure that all the stores are going to be open. All three of them.
Did we give the baseball tickets away yet? Right?
We tried. I think a lot of people have plans tomorrow. You know, I mean, that's a little short notice. So.
Well, that or else nobody's listening.
Yeah, no. Well, that could be too.
Well, we got 3. My wife's listening.
Yeah.
My
Well,
daughters, 2 daughters are listening.
Have them have it then.
Yeah, if they want to go.
Okay, I want to hear that. Return to
Just stop at the
Address
station if you want
unknown.
tickets.
Yeah.
But Bob, we're going to let you go. We've been here long
that
enough.
sounds good.
It's been a very
Again,
boring
National-
segment.
yeah,
I'd like to say LA
National
to
Night
all.
Out is tonight, so come down. We'll see you downtown.
And remember the car corn all over the county, right from
Right.
Lakeview, Michigan, and then we have corn at the gas station from Grant. So
Okay.
if you want some
Try 'em
corn,
both, try 'em
$6 a dozen. I don't know what.
That's cheap. $6 a dozen?
Oh, 7 then.
No, I think 6 or 5 would be better. That's great.
8.
Okay.
Keep going. Keep going.
All right.
Pete.
I want it for $2.50 a dozen.
Well,
And he's got his mouth full of donuts right now, Danish.
$2.50. Yeah.
But Bob, will you send me off with a return to sender, please?
Yeah.
You got to do that.
We got to get a rotation for Pete here. We got to build a rotation. I know
All right.
that. Anyway, so we're finished up here. Yeah, brought to you by Bab Ford.
Bab Ford and Bob Horn III. And by the way, Bob Horn Jr. was a great friend and a partner of mine. And Bob Horn Bob Horn got me my first car.
and I want to say Dennis Myers. Do you know Dennis?
I saw that on the side.
Yeah. He needs our prayers right now.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's others out there that I should mention. Oh, you know, the good thing,
Okay.
there's always proud people in Big Rapids, and then there's people that accomplish more than they ever expected to accomplish. We got a world champion in town, Maya Chapin. Do you know Maya?
Tell me about it,
yeah.
I think she's going in 6th grade or 7th grade at St. Mary's School. Boy, she's growing like a weed. Talking about weed, you had any good stuff lately, Bob? But anyway, Maya and Stacy just got back in town yesterday, and they came across the bridge, and I put up there, congrats, Maya Chapin, world champion. She's a world champion equine rider.
Okay.
She was down in Oklahoma City in Oklahoma, where the world equine riders get together, and they compete. And there was like 60 or 80 riders in each event. And each event they count down, and she got in the top 30, top 20, top 10. She went down to the finalists, 1 or 2 people. And she's thinking, wow, I'm going to be a reserve champion or a champion. Unbelievable. She ended up being the champion. Nobody, I know all those girls that were there are all fitted girls. I mean, they work hard for what they get. But here, little Mecosta County throws a little girl from Mecosta County and wins it, the world's championship, and unbelievable at her age. But her mother, Stacy, was a great rider. Her uncle, Rick Thiebaud, was a great rider. So the blood is in their breeding. And I know Stacy would have had the chance at that kind of a caliber of competition because it cost a lot of money to do it.
Oh, yeah.
And God's gifted them. They've worked hard. And Stacy's done a great job. And, you know, that goes to about what Jesus wants us to do. It's work around your family, and your family will work around you. And Stacy spent a lot of time with her family, and you can tell by both her girls. Avery is going out to Montana to school, engineering school. She's a great girl. Been very involved with 4-H. Her mother made sure of that. Great people, and Maya is humbled by what she won. She stopped in the station yesterday with the championship trophy, and you could tell the gleam in her eye that she was very proud of it, but yet very humbled by it too. She wasn't bragging. She's not a spoiled little brat, and there's a lot to her going on in life now. I mean, she knows she can be a champion, and that's going to help her in her life. But anyway, congratulations to Chapitz.
Yeah,
And congratulations to Mecosta County, because she put us on the map.
There you go.
And prayers to everybody that's sick. I hope them all well, and stay out of that hospital and think positive.
Yep.
You
If you have to go to that hospital, they do a great job. I was over there the other day.
They do, yeah. They
Did
do.
the old. I had a cold over the weekend. I went and had a swab, and came out negative. Thank God.
See,
So,
Senator Graham's got COVID, eh?
yeah.
But he's doing okay because he had the shot. It's not hitting him so hard.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You may get it, but you're not going to get it as severe as if you didn't have the shot. So
Now, who are you to say that? You a doctor, Bob.
Okay,
Dr.
Bob. Thank you.
Bob, hey,
Thank you, Bob.
If somebody has
Pat'll keep
full-blown
talking.
COVID, no, that's all right.
It's his show, but he'll keep
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
But do send.
Play a song.
Play a song. I'll play Return to Center.
Okay.
Then we'll
How
come
about-
back and wrap it up. Or
How about
are you done?
Yeah, we'll wrap it
You
up.
can wrap it up.
We'll wrap it up after.
Thanks to Bob Horn and everybody at Bab Ford. I should play. There's a song called Imagination. That kind of sounds like that.
You got coffee, Bob?
Outside.
You are
Help
so
yourself.
bad.
Yeah.
You want
so,
Danish?
so we're going to sit and eat, and let's get it over for us. And thank you. And Sam Horn appears courtesy of Alluvian. Want to thank them. And it is 24 after 9 o'clock. It's B1039. And now the one song in the Pete rotation. Pete owned a radio station. This would be the song 24/7. Here it is.